work on low pivot transfers, or moving from one surface, the wheelchair, to another surface, the bed. Before we get into the actual transfer, I want to go over a principle that's very important, and we use it throughout the transfer training. And it's a head-hips relationship, and the relationship is opposite. So if I want my hips, or in this case, Laurie's hips, to move this direction, I'm going to move my head and Laurie's head the opposite way. That gets my hip closer to the destination. Now, if I were to not follow this relationship and lead with my head gets there, but my hips and the center of my mass does not. Now, when we're doing a transfer, I split it up into 3 sections in my head. Getting the wheelchair ready, getting Laurie ready, and then the actual movement. So we'll start with getting the wheelchair ready. We're going to have Laurie wheel up close to the surface, as close as we can get. And next thing is brakes. Now, if you notice, Laurie has a longer brake on this side, so we're going to get that brake locked. If we need be, we can remove that extension, pivot the chair closer, and then have Laurie lock the opposite brake. Okay, brakes are set. Now what we want to do is remove Laurie's foot from the footrest. So we're going to have Laurie lift that leg up and off, and then we're going to fold the foot plate up, and if need be, swing this leg rest out of the way, or if the bed inhibits the swinging away, we can take it right off. I put all my pieces in one pile, so I know where they'll be when it's time to put them back on. All right, next we can have Laurie take her seatbelt off. Great. Last thing in setting up the wheelchair is removing this armrest. So we're going to have Laurie take her arm, put it in her lap, remove this. This particular style slides right off. If the armrest is connected to the wheelchair itself, it will simply lift and swing out of the way with the rest of the arm. All right, the wheelchair is set. Now we need Laurie to get you set for the transfer. First thing is scooting forward in the wheelchair. So I'm going to have Laurie put her hand here to help. I'm going to have her lean forward, and I want you to scoot to the edge of the chair, Laurie. Ready? Scoot, and there. Great. Once she's scooted, then we'll want to adjust her feet. So we want the foot that's closest to our destination a little bit in front, this one behind. This helps keep the feet from getting tangled when we do the pivot to the table. And we want to check her arm position. This arm that can help is in a good spot too. And this arm that is weak, we want to make sure it's in a spot where it is protected, not hanging off to the side or in between her legs there. All right, Laurie is ready for the transfer, and if you notice when we had her scoot forward, her hips are close to the surface where we're going. Now we're going to do the actual transfer. So I'm going to have Laurie lean forward, and I'm going to give her the 3 short commands. They're lean forward, lift, and swing over. Good, and we're here. We're going to have Laurie reposition her feet and do one more scoot over towards me, Laurie. Lean, lift, and scoot. Great. Now, that's the basic transfer. We're going to do it again, and I'm going to speak more specifically about my positioning. So on the way back, we're going to have Laurie, chair is positioned. We need to position Laurie. We're going to have her scoot a little closer to the destination. So Laurie, lean forward, scoot. Great. We're going to check feet. Destination foot a little bit more in front. Arm position. Weak arm is safe. Arm that's going to help goes to the destination. And we're going to have Laurie lean forward, lift her bottom, and swing over. Great. Now, for helping Laurie, what I'm going to do is stagger my feet, 1 foot between her feet, 1 foot back here. This helps me be able to shift my weight From my front foot to my back foot. I use the strength of my legs to give the support while I keep a neutral back, keep my neutral back stationary, and my arms also stationary. So I'm not lifting with my arms or lifting with my back. I'm staying locked in here, pivoting with my feet, and pivoting that way. All right, so we're gonna have Laurie lean forward. If I need to help her, I'm gonna put one hand back by her hip, this other hand under behind her knee, and when she scoots, give her a little pull. All right, I'm gonna get her set up. Excellent. I like to position myself over the top of Laurie. This helps promote that forward movement. I'm gonna put my hand away, my further away hand here, my hand closest to our destination by Laurie's hip, either on the waistband or right here on the edge of her hip. Now, what I do is Laurie leans forward, her shoulder is close into my chest, so I have support here to prevent movement this way, and then this hand helps with the lift. If Laurie's needing a little bit more support, I can even bring my knees in a little closer, cup her knee with my knees, and then I've got a lot of contact and a lot of control to help Laurie. All right, so we're gonna have her lean forward. Here we go, Laurie. We're gonna lean, lift, and swing. Good. Reposition the feet. And one more scoot towards me, Laurie. Lean, lift, scoot. All right. So as I demonstrated here, that I was providing Laurie about 50% help with that transfer. What I want to do is, as we're doing that transfer, have Laurie do as much as possible, and then I fill in the amount to get the job done. In doing it this way, Laurie can keep progressing and doing more and more of the work, and I do less and less of the work with the end goal that Laurie is independent with these. And that's a low pivot transfer.